now my followers know me actually for pickup lines.
That's like yes. That's the basic
wale ujunjua from the hugs I think ni the new now.
How do you monetize this huge following that you have and the type of content that you do? How do you now sasa unaenda you're making now unatengeneza pesa?
Yeah, so Instagram I think is on na YouTube, so the main brands where people like make like trust me, the length of the video doesn't matter.
Talking about the Hug Fest, you're on a mission to break the Guinness World Book of Records on the most hugs in 24 hours. Let's just talk about that. So how currently what is the record that is out there? Welcome to the Creative and Coins podcast. I'm your host, Nick Mwirigi, and today we have a very special guest. It's called Reality Chokes, or George Achoka. He's here with us on studio, and he's going to talk about the Hug Fest, something that happened during the Valentine's 2025 Valentine's period, and he was trying to break a record, a Guinness World Book record of the most hugs in 24 hours. So without further ado, let me welcome you, Achoka.
Asante sana, Nick.
Yes. So you're called Reality Chokes.
Yes. Achoka, aka Reality Chokes. Yes, hiyo ndio brand yetu ya kule online.
All right. So where can you tell us where this name comes from?
So Reality Chokes is a brand, an online brand I came up with, I think, 2 years ago. 2 years ago, because I like interacting with people kwa streets. Nikiwa kwa ofisi, of course, kuna mambo ya digital, lakini pia I think all journalists enjoy field work. So I was like, how about I go try break the stereotypes za Nairobians. Niende tu kwa streets, niulize mtu ani hug, kama atani hug, guys are like, you see people, many people, ukiuliza many Nairobians, ukiwaambia nitaenda pale Tao, na niambie mtu ani hug a random guy, they'll be like, no, nobody in Nairobi can do that.
Yes.
So like things like those, and hizo ndio vitu are like, so we are trying to break this stereotype. Na pia kubamba tu watu manze, because people are going through a lot, wanataka hiyo time ya ku release stress kidogo. Ukienda online after a whole day of work, ukienda pale TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, uende relax kidogo manze, upitie hizo reels, ucheke, as in ikuboost mood kidogo. Ndio maana tukakama up na Reality Chokes. Like, does reality choke? Does it choke or doesn't it choke?
Okay.
Basically. Yes.
And also it's a wordplay of your name
yes,
as well.
Yes. Chokes, yes.
So now, let's just talk, before we go to the Hug Fest,
yes.
Let's just talk about your content on TikTok. You're actually very big on TikTok.
Asante. We're trying.
Yes. So let's just talk about that. What exactly do you actually do on... What's your content?
So my content, I have nikuna kama nne or something. One, I think ile napenda sana ni ile like picking up, like I just go to streets,
the pickup lines,
picking up random girls and the streets, na kutumia pia your landline phone. You see, but it comes out as a joke, but inasaidia by the wase wengi sana. Do you know the number of people who've reached out to me wananiambianga mazi boosted my confidence, because I think in this generation wase wengi sana wananga ile confidence ya mazi umependa huyu mrembo kwa streets, utamapproach aje, wase kwambia me I'll freeze mazi, nikifika pale speech inapotea na freeze, ni kama sijielewi. So basically, so we just like try to teach young guys, ukiona mrembo amekubamba bana, wewe enda mwambie hi, you look nice and stuff, can I know you better, can we maybe plan and hang out sometime later, hata kupiga, also pretending
just on the pickup lines.
Yes.
So how do you identify your target?
So basically, kuna ile kitu imekuwa kinini, of course kuna, with experience you get to learn, kuna huyu mtu atakubali depending on how they are. It's a psychological mind actually,
so you're becoming a master of picking up women.
Lazima ujue huyu mtu huyu anakaa mtu wa kanisa, so nikienda nimwendee hivi. Yes, so lazima ujue huyu anakaa mtu wa sherehe, so nikimwendea hivi atakubali. Huyu anakaa mtu wa hivi, like lazima tu uwalani hiyo psychology yao, ndio ukimwendea it's easier. You do something ile na inawatrigger, wanasema inawaattract sana, so unatumia hiyo.
Have you ever gotten a follow up after that? Like you probably approached someone and then they were like, hey, I feel like Chokes.
Of course ni mob manzi. Of course ni mob bro. Because all those ni thousands ama hundreds wenye nimeni. Of course ni wengi wako like, hey, but you're like, no, it's just content. Actually the worst part ukuanga.
So you have to have a lot of what is it called? Self-control, isn't it?
Bro,
For you not to follow.
hiyo ni lazima. Self control hiyo ndo I think mimi huambianga hiyo ndo game changer.
So you've said that there are 4 content types. So already the first content type is the pickup lines,
I think hata ni more but zinashinda 4. I think zinakumbuka kuna pickup lines, kuna hiyo pretending to know people. I think kuna zile pia zimeenda viral sana. Where I went to campus and I told a chick like we just approach a random person and una pretend look hi, you what to call me last and you didn't. So like how they like hey, so kuna ile psychological torture na go through their mind like hey.
So basically it's just pranks, yeah?
Basically just yes, we call them social experiments or pranks. Basically yes, like kutaka tukujua like how do you react to such a thing. I think kuna ile ilienda viral sana ya nini such pretending to know people yo. I think I went to a chick and do you remember me something we were to meet last night? Like, hey, and then I ended up taking her number and then I ended up hugging her.
Oh,
guys are like is it possible? It's possible. Because kuna wale tu of course kuna watu meet watu wengi so they won't remember. Plus pia kuna wale ako like wanakaa fiti so hata kama maybe ni so I think kuna ile so kuna pickups hizo nini, then of course kuna hugs zenye zimekuwa sasa popular sana.
that is what you're now known for? Yes.
Not I think now my followers know me acted for pickup lines.
For pickup lines.
Pickup lines.
That's like
yes.
that's the
basic wale ujunjua from the ni easy hugs. I think ni the new nini now, the new followers.
Is what you're transitioning to.
When wanakam on bondo wanasema
So there are a lot of creators that look up to you. They see Reality Chocks is doing very well on TikTok, has huge numbers. Now for the creative and coins part, yeah, the coins part. So how do you monetize this huge following that you have and the type of content that you do? How do you now sasa unaenda you're making now unatengeneza pesa?
Basically I think I'll talk about the 360 way of monetizing content online.
Yes.
I think on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube na kila mahali. Basically it's through sponsorships na brand endorsements na vitu kama hizo.
So sponsorships, how do sponsorship occur?
I think sponsorship ni same na brand endorsement. Sasa hizo you get somebody on board, they want to influence something for them, wako na betting company wanataka nini, they have this brand wanataka kuuza kwa they want to sell to your followers. Secondly, I think siku hizi kuna I think hii ni TikTok sana, kuna kwanga na zile challenges that come up on TikTok where kuna competitions, sijui the first person sijui na win sijui 100k, the nini sijui 100 the number 3 na win
giveaways basically.
Giveaways, but nini zinatoka kwa from the platform itself.
So how does TikTok get to you? Do they like send you an email?
Yeah. So
send you a message?
Yes. So once you ukiwa na numbers, of course ukiwa thinking ukiwa na numbers, so I think I received those a lot. So kuna kwanga na hizo challenge, ukienda hapo kwa nini kwa tech kwa DM ya TikTok unapatanga hizo promotions mingi sana. Literally weekly ama after every 2 weeks kuna hizo challenges za sijui if you participate in this the most engaging itapata hii. I think they reward top 3.
I see a lot of people doing lives. Is that a viable way of making money?
TikTok lives, yes, but audiences zetu za Kenya kuanga ni ngumu sana.
It's a bit tricky.
Yes, but I think watu wengi utumia if you have followership ya majuu, that's the easiest way to monetize using yes.
Make. So how does it happen? Do they how are you from the live? Are you getting money from the followers that are watching you, or how does it work?
So how it works is through gifts, giftings. I think gifts work both through lives na videos. For TikTok ukiwa above 100k people can reward you on your videos, but once ukiwa
100k subscribers
or followers, yes, people can reward you, give you gifts on your videos. But ukishafikisha 10k bado followers, now you are eligible to TikTok live gifts. So once you fikisha 10k followers on TikTok, now ukienda live, now people can wale watu wanakuwatch, they can gift you a lion, a rose. So there are a lot of gifts they can give you. So kila
each category has a certain amount.
So kila gift iko na its own amount. So kama ni I think lion ndio inakuanga the biggest, I think it's to 10k or something around
So that is already connected to your account.
Yes. Hiyo ukipata ni hivyo. Hiyo ukipata ni
So
inakuwa
you
transferred into
transferred to your, is it M-Pesa or is it just a bank account?
So na connect to your M-Pesa no bank account, whichever way you want it, but so pesa utakuwa nayo. Ukisha connect to TikTok ni uko sawa. Ukisha 10k uko sawa tu. Utakuwa the easiest, the way you want, kama ni bank, M-Pesa, yote iko sawa. You can withdraw your money, but I think what I would advise people to, I think TikTok inafaa kutumika kama, you shouldn't have it as like your
career, like this is where I'm
career.
trying to get money.
Yes. No. Diversify, maybe go Instagram, YouTube. Those are the bigger ones now, because you see TikTok, unaweza kuwa very big brand.
Yes.
You have 1 million followers, but bado utapost TikTok moja na bado ipate 100 views ama 1000 views. So it's algorithm si stable sana for brands.
What about these other platforms you mentioned? It's a 360.
So Instagram, I think is on na YouTube. These are the main brands where people like make like good money.
For YouTube, what do you feel like is the best strategy for you to maintain the consistency and actually be earning monthly?
I think ni kutumia sasa such platforms kama TikTok, sasa hizo ndo zina kujenga.
So you use TikTok for visibility?
Yes, actually.
Pushes
basically,
you to...
yes. So TikTok is only supposed to be used for visibility most times. Sasa zile zinaku, so huko naekanga, ndio maana hata kila kitu trends on TikTok. Koka 30 seconds, hata ngoma ikitoka mpya unapatanga 30 seconds verse iko ina trend TikTok, but sasa hii ndio inaita watu
pushes
kwa,
people
yes,
to YouTube.
to the YouTube. People now want to Google.
So you have the longer
version.
content?
Yes, so less on YouTube. And then the reels, hizo za 30 seconds za kuentice watu unaeka Instagram, Facebook, TikTok as reels, na hizo post then. So hizo zinakuletea followers na subscribers na money on.
In your other life, you're a digital expert. Yes. In your other life.
Yes.
Looking at YouTube, what are some of the strategies that you can actually use for your content to make the most out of it? Let's just say it's one video. Some of the strategies you're using to make sure that you earn the most from just one video.
I think we will talk about the SEO.
Yes.
Because lazima ukuwa umeiva hiyo search engine optimization, ujue kutumia keywords.
Yes.
Kutumia very powerful intros.
So basically you're looking at you're putting keywords that are easily searchable.
Yes. So mtu akisearch ni sa Kenya, like what are they kama ni maybe a travel, let's say it's a travel vlog.
Yes.
So mtu atasearch nini?
Yes.
Mtu akitaka kusearch online something, akitaka kusearch maybe umefanya kitu ya twende KICC or something.
Yes. Twende KICC.
Yeah. Maybe you're advertising KICC. Yeah. What will people search? Mtu ako Nairobi ako likely kusearch nini ndio apate. They might not be interested in your content. But kuna kitu ata search na content yako ikuwe up. So lazima utumie vitu kama KICC kwa your tags. Kuna vitu zinaitwa tags ama search words.
Yeah. What about the length of your video?
Does it still matter? I think what I tell people is the length doesn't matter. If a video is good, people will watch. I think kuna island avinifanya hapa juzi.
I usually feel that the length comes in handy when you want to place more ads. Because if you have, let's say, a 5 minutes video and you place, like you try and squeeze like 5 ads in that, it will be very tiresome for someone who's watching.
Yes.
So if you have let's say a 30 minutes video,
yes.
You can easily place like after
every maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah, after every 5 minutes, and it won't be that tiresome.
Yes.
Because it will giving people breaks at least to continue.
I think in terms of length, I think I was addressing it in the line of like, will people watch?
Okay. Yeah. Just keeping people glued to your content.
Yeah. You just find a way of, I don't know, just ask them questions hapo katikati or something. Trust me, the length of the video doesn't matter.
There's this thing that I keep on seeing on so many people's videos that people you cut, like it's, let's say, a 10 minutes video, but it's cut in various pieces. Like they will tell you the first 1 minute is introduction. Second, like from minute 2 to 3, it is, like, let's say it's cooking ugali, is now me preparing the dishes. Minute 3 to 4, blah blah blah, like that. They cut down the pieces and then they explain what each part is. Is that part of the SEO that you're talking about?
Does it? I don't think so, but I think pia inasaidia somebody's just interested in this particular
It's
part.
only part, yeah.
So ata skip to very fast to.
Okay.
But unaona,
So it helps in terms of search as well.
Search, but haitakupea views mingi sana, si unaona.
Because you want someone to start from
you want
with
somebody pia watch nini pia
The
learn
entire-
content yako.
exactly.
Kwa sasa ukimnini tu they'll be like let me just see this part. At least akinini ukimpea hiyo longer video tu kidogo yenye uja nini, I think they get to learn more about you and how you do your things. Now they get glued.
Talking about the Hug Fest, you're on a mission to break the Guinness World Book of Record on the most hugs in 24 hours. Let's just talk about that. So how currently, what is the record that is out there?
So the current record for the most hugs given by an individual in 24 hours was set by a US guy in 2013. It's at 9,277 hugs.
Wow.
9277 hugs, yes. Hiyo ndo tulikuwa tunajaribu I think it's possible. I've been telling people it's very easily possible. That's what we are breaking, I think, in the next few months, yes.
So where did this idea come from?
So from my content, zile za as I mentioned, kuna those contents I do. These are the pickups and stuff, and then there is also the hugs part.
Yes.
So so nilikuwa nafanya the hugs, but sasa kitambo zilikuwa individual. I think from 2022. So ilikuwa una approach mtu and then you hug them, then una feel like kumbe this thing, you see, I started out as content, then I started realizing, okay, this thing is actually helpful to these people and to myself as well, because you'll hardly see me at mikazirika sijini. I think hata mi was ansaidia, so una hug mtu and they're like, oh okay, come inasaidia. So
it's therapeutic.
It's very, very therapeutic. So una hug mtu and then hi, may I get a hug? And then as they're hugging, you tell them breathe in for like 5 seconds or 6, and then they breathe out. You feel like there's something they've released, like they're like, oh ala, come I didn't know. So from there I took a build. I think this is where growth comes in now. So I think the more you do things, the more you get to learn. Okay, so nika learn. Okay, so this thing is helpful. So fast forward, tulianza 2022. Yes. So fast forward to 2024.
Yeah.
I think hizo siku za demos. Then I was like, okay, so these people are going through a lot. People are going through a lot during the Gen Z demos, the anti-finance bill protests. I'm like, okay. So people are demonstrating high taxes, nini. Of course, watu wako depressed na nini, hizi ma bills na waua, nini, and employment, all sort of things, manze. People are just losing it, man. So people are on the streets. Msana kwambia mimi hata ukinua mimi sina kitu ya kulose, sina kazi, sina nini, mimi niko depressed, nini, me I'll go to the streets.
That's sad stuff.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, how do I help these people? I think your time to kila mtu, everybody was coming out with their own way of helping. Kuna wale wako I think I saw somebody with an knapsack, anakuja na ana spray out na maji wakiandamana kwa tear gas. Kuna mtu ako na juice hapa anawapea, kuna wale wa maji, like everybody was just trying to play their part. To be part of this easy demos. So content creators wanafanya hii, wale wanafanya hii, wale wanafanya hii, wale wana fund hii, like it was a whole 360 ya kusaidiana. And then I was like, okay, so now that I've realized these hugs are therapeutic, so how about I come up, I just go there, print a banner, niende placard, nisimame hapo naambia I'm offering free hugs. Yeah. Then I went out. I think a lot of people, a number of people didn't think it would like I would get like all those people kuja kuni hug again from hiyo stereotype ya Nairobi and hawezi fanya vitu kama hizo. But I had been getting this new content, so I'm like, no, these people.
So that was the first time that you ever had a placard.
Yes. Zile za kwanza ilikuanga tu ile una approach to mtu,
just to open your arms and then they come
and then they come for hugs and then they breathe in out and then they go. Sasa hiyo maandamano is like, so a lot of people are coming to CBD, so you won't be there always. So
you don't have time to communicate this. So just put up a placard.
Waone wakuja wenyewe. Bro, hata mimi I was surprised. I didn't like expect like numbers takuwa hivyo mingi. I was just like, maybe utapata maybe 100 or 50 or 200. Bro, then you go there and then you stand and people are literally scrambling and
everyone wants a hug.
Literally everybody wants a hug. Warembo, maboy, kila mtu was like, okay. Okay, I think after that niliona comment ya guy saying I think those clips were posted online zikaenda viral. I think I saw a guy commenting akisema, no, I saw this guy in CBD, I didn't know he would get any hug. I actually laughed. I'm like, hujui manze. So yeah, I think hapo ndo sasa the serious, I think the professional hugging ikaanzia. So all those I think we did tulikuwa hapo kitu 3 hours. We got over 1,000 hugs, you know, that I'm sure.
And I've also seen after that, I also saw that you were going even to nightclubs and
yes
and with the placards.
Yes, sasa after hapo immediately after happen now, after the clips went viral, now if you go to my channels ukiangalia comments, bro, there are hundreds of now people asking uko wapi, tukuje tuko hug nikuja niko hug nitoe stress, ndale kwa kufua yako nitoe stress. So that whole point hiyo ni, I think I haven't explained hiyo ya Hugfest, the whole point was kutoleana stress manze, because people are going through a lot. So I was like, hacha basi mimi nikuja na placard, mimi natolea stress. So within your time I had followed the Guinness World Record for kitambo, but I didn't actually know hata mimi naweza participate for real. Nilikuwa najibamba tu, okay, so these people are breaking this. I think kitambo niliwafollow kitambo on Twitter. So your time nika google online, I think I was online, sijui nilikuwa na google nini, nikaona somebody had broken a Guinness World Record for hugging a tree, I think for the longest time. So ikanikujia idea, hug people want hugs. Now this guy has broken a hug for broke a record for hugging tree for the longest. So now I got interested, so nika google. Sasa nikaona I think kuna world record ya the most hugs given within a minute. Within a minute kuna Guinness World Record ya the most hugs given within 24 hours. I was like, no, this works for us. Because a minute bado I did you need ile tuku.
There's a lot of people.
A lot of people, but sasa ni ile mbio manze, bora tu chairs zimeshikana.
So a lot of people are lined up and then you just
mbio because you need to. So we're like, okay, that won't really help us so much. It's a good one, but
it's not therapeutic.
It's not therapeutic. Ni yako tu mwenyewe need to
to break your own record.
Your own record. We're like, okay, so that doesn't work for us. So then we were like, okay, sawa. So then I settled on hiyo ya nikaanza kuexplore your 24 hours. Nika google vizuri, okay, so this guy okay, so he broke world record 92.77 hugs. Okay, nikalinganisha na ile yangu nilikuwa nimehug over 1,000 people within 3 hours. I'm like, okay, na sikuwa nimeannounce, like it was just an impromptu thing with a placard. Okay, so this thing maybe it's possible we can try this.
Yes.
So then I think the very very night when you discovered, the very night I applied for that Guinness World Record, the most hugs given.
So you went online and just typed Guinness records and applied.
So of course nika apply. How do you apply for these things? I think ilikuwa usiku midnight hapo nimetoka kazi. Nika google, nika create account hiyo that very very time on their website, the Guinness World Record website. Account membio nika apply. Akasema wata respond within 3 weeks. Within 3 months.
3 months.
They take 3 months. How many?
So they actually you waited for 3 months for them to reply.
Yes, those are 12 weeks. Yes.
12 weeks.
Yes. No, I actually didn't wait for 3 months because ukinini hiyo ndio no, but that's their waiting period. Nakwambia
within 3 months
within 12 weeks. Yes. So of course nikaeka, I was like, this is a good thing now. I think tutasaidiana. People have been asking for hugs, so let's have a
hug fest.
Hug fest basi tukuje. Hug festival tukuje. I think it was actually a new word in Kenya. I think a lot of people actually were learning that hug fest from our nini. So a lot of people know something like a hug fest from our own event.
Yes.
Hug fest nini? Hug festival. How does it work? It was a very like people interested. Okay, so how does it work? Hug fest. So is there music? Is there placard? Like how does it work? Yeah, so to apply, nika apply. I think within 3 weeks nilikuwa nishapata nini. I think the 3rd week sikungoja haikumaliza nini hiyo 3 months alisema within 3 weeks nikapata hiyo approval, you can proceed, wakatuma hizo requirements. I'm like, okay, so this is possible.
So what are usually the requirements?
So basically I think tuanza na process. Sasa process inaanzanga hapo venye nimenini. So you identify for, I think I'll outline the whole process ya Guinness World Record. So first of all you identify what you want to break, then you ukienda kwa website yao, then you search. So atakwambia kama iko ama haiko, if such a record exists. So kama iko, now you apply nini. Kama haiko bado, you can still apply bado and see if they'll accept or something. But kama already iko, it's an easier one.
Okay.
Because now they already have the guidelines already, so that's an easier one to process. But kama haiko, I think it takes a lot of time.
That 3 months period.
Because now they have to think through so what the requirement. But kama haiko, so I think it'll.
Okay.
So una identify, una apply, then you wait for hizo 3 months zao. Within those 3 months, they either approve or do what, or reject your application. Sasa hapo yes, so hapo ni according to, depending on what you have applied for. Sasa wameku approve, now they'll send you the requirements for your particular
area,
yes, that you want to break.
Okay.
Yes. So I think hiyo siku walinitumia wakatuma na guidelines zote. Is hiyo for you to have this event, for you to attempt this record, you need this, you need this, you need this, you need this. Kuna zile kuanga mazizi nataka a lot of things. So for us, because it involves more than 5,000 people, you must have an audit a firm like overseeing.
Okay.
Si tutapik mtu tu pale polisi au somebody.
So you have to have like witnesses,
yes. So I think witnesses, what happens is you either have their person, unamlipa if you want the Guinness World Records representative on your attempt. So unamlipia, you pay for their air ticket from UK. Okay. And then you pay
so
for
Guinness is headquartered in
yes,
UK.
Yes, I think yes. So
the employees are there, so they don't have any employees in Kenya, isn't it?
They don't have any employees in Kenya. So if you want the representative, I think but that's too expensive, my guy. I think nobody does that. I think
if you want it ratified by them, you pay the air ticket and they come.
Ukitaka maybe immediately.
So otherwise, so for the local man,
I think what everybody does, I think in Africa, maybe I think I'll say maybe in Africa, sijaona mtu yote
most of us what we'll do.
Yes, what we'll do, because you can't afford hiyo nini manzi. Wewe ni kijana tu hata uwezi. Will you afford that?
You just want to give people hugs.
You just want to give people hugs manzi. Hauna hiyo do yote kwa kwanza kuinvite huyo mtu, umlipia ticket, umlipia accommodation, nini all those things for a whole nini. So what we do, so for mine, so what we do, everybody does, they look for local witnesses,
the auditors,
local witnesses to act as represent as witnesses. So again, witnesses depends on your field of what you are doing. So kuna ile nahitaji policeman, kuna ile nahitaji tu mtu maybe a chef, kuna ile nahitaji doctor, vitu kama medics,
a professional.
Is
there professional huggers that came?
Sasa yetu nilipata sasa mimi ndio, I think sasa mimi ndio professional
hugger in Kenya.
I have huggers wengi pia. Yeah. So for us, so you need to an event that an attempt that requires or involves more than 5,000 people. You cannot just pick like people
random.
Lazima contract an audit or a service firm.
Okay.
So a professional service firm.
Okay.
When you're dealing numbers, because you are getting numbers. So an example for such firms ni kina how to find polls, kina Ipsos, Tifa, like those are the professional firms.
They're basically pollsters.
Yes. Hao ndo wamezoea kudeal na numbers, because these people are acting as the Guinness World Record is on ground.
Okay.
So lazima wakuwe a professional firm yenye deal na numbers. So watajua, they know how to identify maybe mtu amekog, they know the ways of preventing mtu kuhag mara mbili, vitu kama hizo. Pia watakuwa na hiyo report yote, whole report, because they deal numbers, so they know how they deal. Watapea report, maybe they are this female, this male, by this hour. Yes. So that professional firm is important for us. Then also, I think for all kuwa hiyo, maybe for most or all, for 24-hour event or attempt, you need a clock. Your clock haifai kusimama at any given point.
Just to run continuously.
So the moment you start, you make your nduru, you start your record. Ensure your stopwatch I stop anywhere, because it's on camera all through.
Okay.
So camera yako pia haifai kuzima anywhere. Na your stopwatch pia inafoko on camera wherever you are. So wewe uko on camera,
so the camera is it supposed to be live streaming, or is it just supposed to be recording?
So I think most people huenda live stream, because pia tunataka watu wengi pia participate watch online. But for there, so wanataka hiyo footage watumie. So ukishamaliza footage yako utawatumia yote. So stopwatch affects
Can you imagine a 24 hours footage? That must be huge.
So stopwatch inafaku at the moment you start in a run for a complete 24 hours. If somewhere that's a disqualification. You either start afresh or maybe ujaribu baadaye another day.
What?
Yes. So what people do is you will have a backup for that stopwatch. Ama utumie laptop, ama utumie just something.
You have like several.
Yes, but of course you must have several, at least 2. Ndio hii ikienda down because
you still have another one that is still being recorded.
Ikienda down kuna ingine backup yenye bado iko on camera ina run. So everybody has at least 2.
Okay.
At least 2. Unless ukijiamini sana unaweza kuwa na moja. I think as we had one. Nilikuwa tunajua hii laptop hizi zima hapa ni but mostly have at least 2. At least 2. Zenye ziko kwa kamera, zote kwa kamera. Then you must also have 2 cameras on you at any given point.
Okay.
Those 2 for one moja ni a backup. So instead hii kamera izime because as I've said wanataka footage yote. So at any given new camera moja izime, so kuna hii backup yenye bado ina record. So at least 2 cameras on you bado the entire time. You still need at least 2 cameras on you. Yote hiyo camera in that frame uko wewe na hiyo stopwatch yako.
Okay.
So nyia mlive frame wewe ukitoka kwa stage maybe ni during breaks peke yake. But sasa ni stopwatch now inabaki to hapo 24/7, camera pia inabaki hapo 24/7.
And the breaks are already scheduled for you.
No, sasa breaks ni wewe unaamua depending on your depending on your field again. Okay. So for us it's not a marathon. Kuna wase wengi kuanga na marathon au ndio upewa maybe the cooking marathons au ndio upewa
scheduled breaks.
5 minutes every hour.
So for you could break anytime you want.
But sasa lazima pia ujipange vizuri. Useme
so that because you've already targeted.
Because you have your target umejipanga pia you need this
by 9 by hour 9 I need to have like 1,000 hugs.
This hugs. Yes. So unajipanga pia una breaks za media nini they might come here so lazima upange schedule yote ikuwe sawa. So by the time you start unajua bas tunaanza 6 9 tuko na break ya media guys for 5 minutes 10 am tuko na za break yetu ya kwenda kurelax ya 15 minutes and then after so our breaks were every 4 hours. So we stand for a whole 4 hours then achukua break ya 15 minutes 4 hours
15 minutes
4 hours 15 minutes then kama kuna hiyo nini ya
and that is for a whole 24 hours.
Yeah, a whole 24 hours so every 4 hours but of course I could have hata kwetu manzi because hiyo time tulifaa kwenda break the first break after 4 hours sasa hapo ndo kulikuwa na watu wengi
so you didn't even break.
No, you didn't break.
You just have to keep on going.
You just have to sasa watu wengi wako hapa huwezi enda break na uache wataenda no, you just have to wanasema aje vumilia kidogo pasavia kidogo hiyo miguu kama imechoka pasavia kidogo umaliza na hiyo traffic. I think we went for like 6 hours just standing 6 hours just people.
So is the period for you to break the record always open or do you have to have like a set period? Because I understand you had an initial
yes.
There's an initial attempt that you had tried and then something happened and then you had to reschedule it. So how does that work?
So I think they give you, I think inakuanga year. I think I've forgotten
You're
that.
Given
a
whole year. 12 months
like I think it's like a year. So ukishapewa approval, so the only thing they're waiting is your evidence. So saizi hawajani na mimi. Washanipea nini so amengoja tu evidence yangu. So evidence yangu ni hizo nini hizo
the clips.
The
clips and the audit report.
Audit report hiyo whole inaitwa
the statistics from your pollsters.
Yes. Audit report na how many hugs nini of course our utens wanafaa kuandika every hour yeah, we have achieved this number of hugs then justify or prove. So yes, so hiyo ndio kitu wamengoja sasa hiyo report ya nini auditors hiyo whole footage something else photography. You also need a photographer at least for us need to have to cause a 24 hours so mtu mmoja hizi work nini so you also need photography. So sasa hiyo wamengoja hizo vitu zote so mimi I think nafaa kuambia so I tried now I'll try again. So for now they are still waiting for that so you bado iko open but I think once umejaribu lazima uambie tena. I think they say we reapply or something like that. So after now I think we had planned to do it in November last year but we didn't. So that didn't count as as attempt because we didn't do it.
You didn't do it.
We didn't do it so it didn't count as an attempt. But sasa venye tumeifanya juzi now that counts as an attempt.
So how many attempts are you allowed?
Have as many attempts as possible. It doesn't matter.
up until you break your record.
Wewe,
Just keep on doing it.
Keep on doing, because they say most of the people, I think ukienda ni atakwambia most of the people who broke their record are people who have tried several times. Yes, so they encourage you, is the word, they encourage you to do as many ninis as possible, provided uambie iki nini for instance yetu venye nini, now you tell them we tried, just let them know.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Basically, but our nini, they don't schedule at after this attempt. No.
So from what I'm hearing is that this guy that just wanted to give people hugs ended up becoming a whole team, because there's so many people that you actually need in your team. So how do you even go about even getting this huge team to support you in your mission?
No, that's the biggest and the hardest part of this record attempt, one say. I think that's the reason we postponed the first attempt that was supposed to be held on November 29th. Because last minute, on 28th of November, the guys that are supposed to give you a stage are telling you the budget hasn't been approved. Bro, you've already rallied thousands of people coming.
And this you have to make partnerships. So you're depending on a partnership, on a partner. And then they just decide.
Yeah, they're supposed to give you a stage. Then they're telling you last minute 28th Johnny. The event supposed to be kesho. 1,000 people are coming. Have said are coming. Stage budget haijakuwa approved. Like but that was a government nini anyway. Stage haijakuwa approved. Like wow, which is a very big learning point. What do you do now? You have to cancel it. Now you learn, but now next time I need to look for credible partnerships. Utafute partnerships like a very strong support team, because kitu peke yako hawezi manze. You need to be literally all over making mwenyewe unafaa kuwa kwa ground, because ground it speaks a lot. Tuseme aje, going on interviews, on TV interviews, different from uwe kuwa pale personally naambia mtu kuja Hagfest. Ukienda uambie mtu kuja Hagfest, trust me, 90%.
So mobilizing also.
Yes, mobilizing, it's a very 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 big thing. Yote tulikuwa tunatembea mazi literally every day you are walking with your placard, UN, MMU, KU, Ngara, like literally around town, anybody Irongai, kila mtu ajue we have this event, and people are telling you you're the one hugging out, tunakam.
So you have already done this, and then
you've done all these things, mobilize online, umeenda interviews, TV interviews, radio interviews, literally everything. People are coming, and then
no stage.
The most important thing, a stage, because I always break it bila stage.
That is very important.
That's very
important. It's a requirement.
Not a requirement, but for you, of course. I always pale at na bro, you're looking at 15K hugs. You must have a stage where like people know it's happening. Like this your backdrop, a hug fest.
So visibility also it's helped.
Very 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 very. You're also at a busy street, of course, because I always fanyia kitu anywhere.
Someone might be thinking it's just one of those guys that do acrobatics and then
hizo ni nini. So hautapata ni, so you need that stage which is very 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 key. Stage, sound, lazima, because people must know this thing is happening here, what's happening, so this it's finally happening, it's here, and then of course pia spread the word, wapige picha and but you can't go pale na kaplakad kako ama umesimama. Then I think a lot of people didn't understand when you postponed it. I think sasa ndio tumeifanya, they have understood so it takes a lot actually, because our budget was over $1 million, Bob.
Wow.
Stage peke yake
$1 million shillings.
Yeah, stage, I think stage peke yake was still when the first quote was it 1.3, 1.4 million, 1.5 million.
What?
When I asked for guys to
1.4 million.
1.6.
1.6 now.
Yes, million for a stage. Yeah, 24 hours event.
Wow.
Then you're like, bro, where do I get on 1.6 million? Of course, people say I have money, but my guy 1.6 million bwana. You see.
And this record is not going to give you money.
It's not going to pay you. Yeah. So mnasaidiana tu hapa mazi. You just have to find partnerships here. We anakupea stage, we anakupea food, but for food hiyo mnagawana. For instance yetu tuligawana, I think they are like 24, itakuwa 20K. So I'm paying, so you give me half, I sort half. So the food partner unalipa maybe half 10K. Stage, I think I got an MG, wakanifanyia kazi nzuri sana, wakanipea stage, sound. You need ushers, you need an MC,
Wow.
Because wanakuja tao, of course watu wengi hawajui, so lazima kuwe na wale people who are branded are telling them, so this is happening, this is
So even the budget even goes higher than
yes.
that 1.6.
Yes. Now sasa hiyo ni stage peke yake, but I think I negotiated, wakaniambia waka bring it back to 800. That was the lowest now. 800. So ukabaki na 200 sasa ku deal na hizo vitu zingine zote.
But still a lot of money though.
Stage is very 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 important and very expensive. The most expensive and the most important thing, because bila hiyo stage hawezi break your record.
So the next attempt, you actually managed to get a partner that got your stage.
Yeah. So the next year ilifanyika February, hiyo Valentine's Day. So after that first postponement, we needed to get somebody credible, because now you're not going to tell somebody umkuja event alafu mtu ana took a last minute. You see that inconveniences everybody. You also have other partners, the witnesses, the food vendors. So all these partners wote, all of them are playing very key roles. So mmoja akilegeza tu last minute ni hivyo event imeenda.
Wow.
So you need backups. So ukue sure this we're having this in this date, ulok kila kitu, like you're giving us this confirmed because once mmoja tu akitoka ni hivyo you're gone. So kila kitu lazima ikue stage nini, food, your team also, you must have a very big team of camera guys nini.
Yes,
a very big team, na kila mtu anafaa kuwa ready for that day. So mmoja akitoka hivyo umeenda. Wow. So NMG did a very good job by the way. Wakatupea stage, wakatupea brand ambassadors, wow. MC. So I think kazi yangu ilikuwa tu kidogo. I just nilishughulikia food, nikashughulikia watu wangu, water, live streaming, camera, hizo media nini, hizo ndo mimi nilishughulikia, but stage na sound wakansort. It was a very good
so for the attempt, how because your target was 15,000, and how many hugs did you manage to get?
We got slightly above 2,500 hugs, but as a mob bado zikakuwa disqualified because they were not complete hugs out on so just wasting a lot of time. So zikakuja 1,989 hugs.
Looking at the next attempt, when do you plan to go for the next attempt?
I think we'll announce, but yes, we are having it in October.
You have to make sure that you break this record, isn't it?
October we are because now we have a lot of time. We have a lot of time to prepare. Given there zile zingine za kwanza zilikuwa you have a month to get everything ready.
Yes.
A month to mobilize people, a month to mobilize all these resources, a month to get all these people come here. Now we have literally 8 months to October. So tunajipanga vizuri, tutafute the very important sponsorships na partnerships. Then if we have all those things, then we will break this. I'm very confident. This thing is breakable by 6 by 7 p.m. Trust me, this thing is gone.
So it's still the same. Everything still remains the same. 24 most hugs
in 24 hours.
And the target is still
15K. Yes, and it's possible.
So what happens if you actually hit your target in 12 hours? Can you just say I'm done?
No, but for the 12 hours ni ku break your record. Sasa hiyo zingine sana kuongezea ku break record ku get 10K.
You have to hit 24 hours.
Yes, but sasa once no, you have to be there for 24 hours ndio nini.
Even if you hit the record
you hit the record within back to up, because sasa so one of the requirements I think the event must take a complete 24 hours.
Okay.
So ukianza 6 am unamaliza 6 am. So always talk hapo before. So plus pia inafaa kuwa hata I think one thing people need also to know, it inafaa kuwa at one location.
Okay.
So fai kuwa sayuko hapa
then you go to Mombasa, then you go back
ama uko archives umeenda Kencom ama uko archives umeenda Kencom ama Nation Center. No, ukiset up Nation Center stage hapo utakuwa the whole 24 hours. Okay. So you are not supposed to move they are side to hapa. I think it also mimi naona inasaidia sana. Because now everybody knows this event is happening at this place. So kama uko Likoni Ferry, everybody knows, so nikienda Likoni Ferry nitapata mtu. Sio ako wapi sahi? Ako wapi sahi? No.
So why Nairobi? And also Likoni Ferry, you can actually get a lot of people.
But sasa you see there are a lot of tuseme aje factors to consider. Likoni Ferry, how many people know the benefits of hugs or what it means or something like that. It also needs,
so you're comfortable with just Nairobi people, because the Nairobi culture is a bit different.
Yes. It also makes sense in a cosmopolitan area where like people are dynamic and open to such ideas and stuff. Because ukienda Likoni, people like
people, we might find people a bit more reserved.
People
the
like,
culture is a bit different.
What is that? Plus I think the Likoni guys wale watu wanaenda kazi, so it's like hiyo nini, but archives people are, it's a busy street na it's like people are tuseme aje open, a bit open milako, tuseme aje, what's the word, like hawana ukinyaji mingi sana. They know like they know just a thing, Nairobi plus pia it's the capital city, it's the busiest, so it's easier. But after this sasa ndio tutaenda in all those other cities. So after broken the record, so unaanza kuwa na hizo matuas Nakuru, Mombasa, sasa hizo si za break record, hizo za spread to sa love na positivity na vibe na kumaliziana stress basically.
All right, so as we wrap up, what message do you have out there for the people that of course you want as many people as possible to come up for the Hugfest? So what message do you have for them?
I think what message do I have for guys? Kujeni manze to stress. I think most of us are going through a lot as a country, still going through a lot. Hata zile siku za maandamano the way bado saa economy ni tough. Manze people are like mnasema shukisha sijui zakayo mfanya nini. I mean this is an opportunity for all of us to come together manze, hug kidogo, utoe stress, breathe in, breathe out, utoe stress kidogo, uendelee na shughuli zako. Pia tuna spread love na positivity. Hiyo tu kusema manze we are there for you, I'm there for you manze, being there for your brother, your sister or something manze. Ukitaka au umebrokiwa sijui you're going through a lot, come to hug manze, to stress to move on na vitu zingine. It's also just spreading love, positivity, and also telling people manze it's possible. This also me I think I also seek to inspire the younger generation, telling them whatever you can think about you can achieve manze, this thing is possible. Mimi nilianza kufikiria I think last year na naona iko possible, and I'm also telling people, the young guys, don't give up. Whatever if you can think about it, you go for it. Usianze kuwa na zile nitaweza, no, try it, go for it, you can achieve it, it's possible. Then tukuje to we also seek to have a blood donation drive. Tutaona kama bado atakuwa on board. Pia ukishatoa stress yako una feel like you want to help somebody that is sick in a hospital somewhere, ana damu, your blood could be used to help them. So we also look to have a blood donation drive here siku. So kisha hug, kisha fanya hivi, kisha spread positivity, kisha spread love. So pia unaweza spread love by donating your blood willingly. Sio lazima, if you feel like let me help those people, pia unaweza saidia wapate hiyo blood kwenye wako manzewa heal, waishi, wapate life. Basically karibuni Nairobi Hugfest manze. It's possible.
It is possible. Yes. Come through to spread love and positivity.
Yes. Asante kwanza, asante Nick for coming through.
Thank you very much for coming through as well.
Asante.
Achoka. And also thank you for listening to the Creative and Coins podcast. Until next time, bye-bye.